This is East Carolina Offensive Coordinator Donnie Kirkpatrick. We are talking one of my favorite things, Pirate football, on the Sports Objective, the official, unofficial podcast of the Pirates.
With Holt Nailers right now, and I was joking with Tyler just a little bit ago. It seems like you've been here 8 years. We'd love to have you like 20 or 25 years, but how does it feel to have the experience now? The game, as I was talking about high school football last night, there's a lot of players that the game is slowing down. Does it feel like that way, that you've had so much experience now at this level?
It does. I mean, I think just the whole college experience has slowed down. I mean, you go places that you've been before. I mean, you have experience there and you know what to expect, and just little things like that, man. But I definitely think the game is slowing down. I mean, it's been slowing down, and I think it's slowing down for our whole offense. I mean, we're turning 21 out of 22 starters. It's going to be slow. I mean, it's going to be – we've been in those situations before that we're going to be put in. So, I mean, I think it's definitely slowing down.
I want to ask you a question as far as the offensive line. It seems like there's a lot of depth. There's a lot of cohesive there, and that's a big deal when you're the quarterback. Can you talk about your offensive line?
Yeah, they've been great. I mean, I think they're the most improved group of the offseason, and they really took that to heart to become better. And I mean, I try to push them as much as I can, but those guys are so self-motivated, man. And it's really the first camp that I've went into that I usually have a set five that I want in there, and this year I was like, dude, I don't know who I want in there. You know, I mean, they've all played, and last year we had some guys that had to play because of COVID that at the time wasn't the best probably for them or for the team. But I mean, when you look at it now, you're like, dang, you know, this guy's a third string player and he started 6 games. That's pretty impressive. So, I mean, those guys have really took it to heart, become better, and I really appreciate that.
It looks like all across the team, but especially in the offense, there's a lot of depth this year. We're talking about the offensive line, but you look at the tight end position. That's one that when you first got here, I know that they brought Jeremy Lewis over from the defense. Now he's back on defense, but it was like no room there for the tight end, so to speak.
Yeah, and now we don't have enough chairs for those guys, but yeah, I mean, the additions that we've had have been really good. I mean, we didn't just add guys just to add them for numbers. I mean, each guy has a different skill set that can impact the game in different levels, and I mean, we got 4 or 5 of those guys that are going to impact our games this year and play this year. So it's not like we just got guys to go out there and fill spots. I mean, those guys are good that are really going to help this team on special teams and in the offense. So I'm definitely excited about that.
What about running backs? I mean, when you have Rajay and Keaton, I mean, you've got there's a lot of guys in there, Pop McKay, but there's a lot of guys in there that can play the running back position as well.
Yeah, those running backs. I mean, they're as good as anyone in the country, man. I mean, there's nothing they can't do. I mean, they impress me every single day just with – because they're so young still, but just the way that they carry themselves, and they carry themselves like a professional, and that's something we've talked about and kind of grow on just because I've been here a little while and seen stuff. But, I mean, those guys are as good as they get.
As far as the SMU game, you guys, I know that was last year, but it seems like with you guys after the SMU game, I don't know if it's confidence or whether there's a swagger around town people are talking about. You know how people are in Greenville about Pirate football, but there seems to be a swagger around with you guys. You guys really like each other.
Yeah, I mean, I think – I was telling someone earlier that, you know, when Coach Houston got here, he always talked about a game that the switch would be flipped, and you know, we see that as a SMU game. We see the program flipping that SMU game, and it's a new season. It's kind of cool that it was the last game of the year, so we can carry this over. So I'm excited.
And overall with Appalachian State, I know how you are with studying film. What do you know so far, or what can you tell us and the media?
Yeah.
I know you're looking forward to the game.
Yeah, I mean, they play hard. I mean, that was the first thing that kind of stood out to me was they play hard. They pursue really well. They got good team speed. They're experienced. I mean, those guys have won a lot of games. They're probably the most winning class in App State history, I'd assume. But, I mean, yeah, they're experienced. But, you know, we're experienced too, so we're excited to go down there and get ready for war.
You said you remember the Conference USA Championships. That first one started with a win in Charlotte against Virginia Tech. Do you remember anything about that?
Yeah, I remember growing up, and those neutral site games were always the funnest, you know, watching them, and because they would always be big games too. I mean, either Virginia Tech or someone in state. So I'm definitely excited about it, man, just to be in that situation that you grew up watching and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm definitely excited.
I know you love football, obviously. Is there anything you're watching on TV or on like Netflix or Hulu right now that you could tell the fans?
Gosh, man, during camp you can't about watch nothing. But you know, let me think. I mean, I'm a big Walking Dead fan. I've watched every season. There's like 12 seasons. I've watched every single one. So
this is the last one, right?
I did not know that, but I hope not. Dang. Well, Well, yeah, I mean, The Walking Dead I've watched that since I was 10 years old, so I definitely love that one.
All right, Holt, good luck to you this season, and I know you had a great camp, and look forward to a great 21 campaign.
Thank you. Go Pirates.
What's up, Pirate Nation? East Carolina football is almost here, and we can't wait to get back to a packed and rowdy Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. The Pirates' 6-game home schedule features SEC foe South Carolina and last year's champion of the American, the Cincinnati Bearcats. Maybe you haven't secured your season tickets, or you'd like a couple more. The Sports Objective season ticket giveaway will ensure that some lucky fan will have 2 tickets to every home game this season. If you're watching this video, you're already on our YouTube channel, so to enter the contest, simply click subscribe. Then after clicking subscribe, screenshot the page showing you've done so, and email that screenshot as well as your first and last name and phone number to thesportsobj@gmail.com. Again, screenshot the page showing you subscribed, then send that as well as your first and last name and phone number to thesportsobj@gmail.com. Do this between now and 11:59 p.m. on Monday, August the 30th, and you'll have a chance to win. The winner will be announced on the evening of Tuesday, August 31st on our Pirate Preview for the App State game. That show will be able to be seen live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and the winner will also be posted on all of our social media accounts. Be sure to follow us on social media at The Sports OBJ on Twitter and TikTok, at The Sports Objective on Instagram, plus like and follow our Facebook page. As always, we appreciate your support of The Sports Objective. Be sure to stay tuned for other promotions and excellent content throughout the 2021 football season.